What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Greatly appreciate you checking these out. Seagull, quick thought here. An air traffic controller who works at Newark Liberty Airport has said that it is not safe to fly into Newark and that you should avoid it at all costs. This shouldn't be a threat that people take like camping in a horror movie, you know? I would avoid that campground at all costs. Sure, well, we want to have unprotected sex in the woods. Here comes Jason. This person said this because the other day at Newark, a copper wire blew up, was kicked out of a wall, whatever happened, and the tower lost contact with planes for 90 seconds straight. 90 straight seconds. Whatever your job is, if you lose your ability to do it for 90 straight seconds, it's toast, right? You work back shift at Walmart. You're bringing in some toilets. You lose all of your everything. Eyesight, can't smell, can't move your, fully paralyzed for 90 seconds. Not moving a toilet. You're a quarterback. Ball gets snapped to you. You lose it all for 90 straight seconds. Could you potentially be sacked? Yes. What's the equivalent of being sacked at an airport? Plane coming out of the sky, which you've already had a lot of plane incidents. I don't know what's possible to be said here. Deadly ones, then just planes hitting each other on the runways, plane flipping upside down, planes bursting into flames before they even take off. That's just the planes. That is just an old, dusty, K-car level plane with seats that are ripped and things on it that are just rickety. That's the plane itself. Now the airport, this one anyway, Newark, is going, hey, not only is the plane a mess, people working here, this is also a mess. We might just kick a cord and whoops, who knows? Now you live in the sky. Now a pilot has to make an announcement. Guys, we live here now. Hope you like pretzel mix and taking a bite of 4 chips in a bag because this is it. Can't land. Don't know where it is. I don't know where it is because the tower and me are no longer connected. Now, Newark, in my opinion, is not a great airport on the best of days. On the best of days, this place should be avoided because Newark does not care. Should be on a sign somewhere. Don't care. I've been in the Newark airport when there's construction going on. Bathrooms are closed. You're in a terminal. This is it. This is the terminal you're in. Bathroom closed. I asked somebody working there, hey, is there another bathroom around here? That was the actual shrug. They work there. All right, cool. I'll just piss into my own hands and then board a flight with a tired pilot on a plane that probably shouldn't even be on a runway in an airport that has the ability to have a copper wire move, and then we're not talking to anybody. But an air traffic controller to tell people, guys, it ain't safe to fly here. I have been to third world country airports, okay? I'm not even trying to attack this place. Niamey, Niger, Africa. This is one of the top 5 poorest countries on earth at points. Goes up and down. Landed in this airport. This airport, we're talking dirt. We're talking outside the airport, dirt. The check-in, the security tray, that's outside in the dirt. This airport had no lights. The lights flickered on and off. It was like a scene from the game Left 4 Dead. There's just giant piles of carts and corners, dust, cobwebs. I mean, it's a third world country. Bags didn't show up. We had to stand in a line in the dark, in the pure darkness, while somebody with a little flashlight took down our ticketing numbers. Newark is worse than that. Newark is a 4th world airport. The reason I even say that is because Niamey is at least in a third world country. Newark, supposedly in a first world country. Copper wire blows out of the thing. If you read about that somewhere else, you would go, well, that country's really got to get it figured out. Copper wire stops you from being able to talk to the planes. And they say, hey, not safe to be here. When do we not take that seriously? Even if you were at the airport, in one of the 7 people that checks your boarding pass, because they just line the halls. You go through, you get to security, boarding pass. You go through security, another person checking your boarding pass. Walking down a hallway, somebody sitting there in a chair is like boarding pass. Somebody else, somewhere, eating a croissant, boarding pass. The 7th person that checks your boarding pass is like, how do you think I got this far? Do you think I Mission Impossibled my way to you? Do you think I somehow snuck past every single person in this building to get here? And you, finally, have solved the case of how I broke into the Newark Airport to do what? Get on a plane that might not take off for days? Even if that person, even if the 7th person who checks your boarding pass at an airport in Newark pulled you aside and was like, yo, it ain't safe to fly here. Would you not even take that? Should we not take that seriously? I also wonder, is this the only airport that people should be scared to fly into or that's not safe? It can't be, right? If you went into an Applebee's and the server came up to your table and goes, I wouldn't eat here. It's not safe. Daryl's putting his feet in the soup. Sharon's back there so drunk, it is, honest to God, mesmerizing to watch her put cheese on a sandwich, sneezing into things. Not safe to be here. Do you walk out of that Applebee's and go, thanks for telling me, I'm going to go to another Applebee's? Because now I guess this is just where we live. This is just what it is. A plane might fall. We might just have to start doing it like weather reports. Kind of the same as other tragedies. Hey, there's humidity's up today, and there's an 80% chance that a Spirit flight is going to fly through your roof. Look out. At least know that there's no baggage on that flight, because every time you bring anything onto that flight, it's $48. So people just fly in napkins. And that air traffic controller remained anonymous. Of course they did. Of course they did. Because last year, a couple of people blew some whistles on a certain plane maker people, right? Boeing. Those two guys are dead. Those 2 guys are dead. Look up that story. And with that in mind, I just want to publicly sit here on this camera and say, I love Boeing. Love it. I love the planes. If a door blows off my plane, I stand up and salute and say, thank you. Now there's a breeze in here. I'm jacked. But people didn't even, you can't even work there and say, hey, they're making the planes out of gum. And if you work in the tower, how would you not have the same level of going, well, I'm not saying anything publicly, so I'm going to try to pull people aside and go, guys, copper wire. This thing is being held together less than a Game Boy was in the 90s. Let's see. Who knows? Get on a flight. Maybe the pilot in the tower can't talk, and let's see if you get to where you're going to go. Maybe a lot of flights now, they'll just go, guys, we're up here, and I know you wanted to go to Vegas, but it's going to be a surprise. We're going to come down out of the clouds, see where we are. It might be Montana. We might be going to see Yakov Smirnoff in Branson, Missouri, because who knows, man, I've been flying up here blind. Or wing could blow off, or there could be a fire, or who knows. But the fact that an air traffic controller at a major airport has been like, don't come in here, avoid it at all costs. What other kind of threat even exists in that realm? When? Even when there's like an E. coli outbreak, they don't really say avoid lettuce at all costs. They go, we're recalling it. If you already got some lettuce, you might want to throw it out. But they don't say, do not, at any cost, put a leaf on your tongue. You want to sleep with somebody that might have something? Protect yourself. They do not say avoid it at all costs. This is like Jason Statham level, the beekeeper, stay out of my face, avoid me at all costs, or your flight might not. Because not only is a copper wire the difference between you safely landing and not, or landing in this airport at all, they don't even have enough air traffic controllers as is. A lot of those people that day decided, I can't deal with this stress anymore. I lost contact with, I'm assuming, hundreds and hundreds of people in terms of them being on flights for a minute and a half. A minute and a half's not nothing. Shut your face up. Drive down the street, close your face for a minute and a half. That's a lot of time. You're probably coming up over a curb. You're probably slamming through a hot dog vendor. There's a lot of air traffic controllers that are like, I'm not doing this anymore. And who wants to be an air traffic controller? If you tell somebody, hey, if you try to turn on the air traffic controlling equipment and use the microwave at the same time, this whole thing malfunctions, and now we got an Alaskan Airlines flight flying into a bridge. You say that, a company might go, you're telling on us, huh? Well, we're going to see you in the parking lot after your shift. Who's going to do this? So there's not enough air traffic controllers. Planes are old. They're already going through things, and they're telling you, do not come into this airport, which I'm assuming means other airports as well, but people have not started talking about it yet. So what are you going to do? Again, if there was not enough servers at an Applebee's, what happens? Your food, when it finally does come out 4.5 hours later, does not crash into your table. It just arrives late. This is a way different situation, but it doesn't seem like much is going to be done about it because airports are still packed. We still go, well, I got to get to Tulum. I posted this in my stories the other day, and somebody messaged me and goes, yeah, that sucks. I got a flight out of there tomorrow. Okay, yeah, I guess there is a lot of reasons to still go to the airport and decide, like, what is it, Disney? Did you buy a lottery ticket in a different state and you have to go there? I know they said a very ominous threat of like, don't come here. However, tickets non-refundable, and I've already bought it and I got some points. So I'm already packed, too. You want me to unpack my socks? Just because one guy who works in the building and is able to see the looseness, maybe this person will take some, like, secret videos and post them somewhere and go, look at this. Look at that guy. He's asleep. They've had him here working 3 straight days. He's covered in cheese. He wants to go home, but they're not letting him. Every time he gets up to go take a break, they throw hot coffee in his face, and they go, hey, there's a lot of barely workable planes that need to land. Pilots are tired. Flight attendants are tired. The plane itself, tired. Back and forth, no breaks. The plane also packed. We do not ever again fly planes that have open seats on them. We're going to sell the middle seat 46 times and let people gladiator-style fight in the jetway. If we could see more so, even the outside, the stuff we can't see, loose, a lot of looseness. If you could see what was actually going on back there, I think it's probably like the Wizard of Oz. There's one air traffic controller back there cranking an old wheel. But I don't know anything about anything. But it does seem that we don't necessarily care about any of these things as much as we have at some point in time. Everything just become, oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, watch out. Watch out. A United flight might just fall on your car. Ha ha, he. TikTok it, post it, caption it, bam. Years and years ago, a plane crash would happen, and it would be talked about for weeks, months. There'd be tons of investigations figuring out what's going on. These now, look out. Air traffic controller themselves going, don't come here. But I got a pool noodle. I'm going to Maui. There's the people that work on the planes, are like, guys, they're duct taping the doors together. They made me put the landing gear together with gum. Don't do it. They end up, who knows? And again, I love Boeing. I gotta go. I mean, it freaks me out. And maybe it's because I fly on planes and I don't feel any sort of okay about any of it. I really am stressed about this. Normally, there's a little bit more put together, but here we are. I'd love to know people's thoughts. I mean, that is a real thing that this person really said. Not safe. Avoid it at all costs. And again, it was worth avoiding at all costs anyway because, one, it's not New York no matter what. No matter what an airline says to you. Because a lot of them are like, we go to New York. Newark. You go to a different state, there's different laws over there. 2, Nobody over there has cared for a long time. 3, now there's air traffic controllers being like, look, I'm serious. I work here. Copper wire. Moved. Okay? I wouldn't come over here. A guy took his Crocs off. They hit an outlet, and nobody could land the Delta flights. Don't come here. Gotta go. I gotta go. I got a beach vacation planned. I want to be in the Dominican Republic. I didn't get these fake tits for nothing. Let me know your thoughts. Again, this is has been a lot, but please comment, rate, subscribe, all these types of things. Greatly appreciate you for checking these out. We'll be back with more stuff soon. Man, Seagull, later.